Welcome back to season 2 of Quanie, the podcast. Today's episode is called Men Becoming New. And this is for anyone who's ever felt themselves changing quietly. Most men don't announce their evolution. We don't post it. We don't gather around our friends for a rebrand reveal. We don't say, hey y'all, starting next Monday, I will be emotionally available. No. Men, we change like shadows, silently, gradually, between the lines. And people usually notice after it happens. Men grow private because many of us were never taught how to grow in public. We learned how to be strong, not expressive, to hold it together, not open up, to take it, not process it. So when men evolve, it's usually in small ways. Switching up habits, being softer in one area, being firm in another, letting go of people who drain us, reaching for our routines that ground us. There's always a moment. You feel yourself standing in between versions of the man you were and the man you're becoming. That space is uncomfortable, but it's also sacred. And it's the bridge between survival and intention. A lot of men resist change because the world constantly comments on it. If I'm being honest, if a man grows too fast, people ask, well, what happened? If he grows too slow, people say he's falling behind. If he takes care of himself, then they call him extra. If he doesn't, he's letting himself go. You see what I'm saying? It's like men are always being graded, but never guided. And then there's the fear of being misunderstood. Men learn early that vulnerability gets judged, at least in my experience. So reinvention, even when it's healthy, can feel dangerous. Not dangerous physically, but dangerous to identity, dangerous to relationships, dangerous to the version of you that people are used to. Growth exposes you. And a lot of men don't know how to handle being seen in new ways. Again, in my experience, I found it very uncomfortable turning 30 and transitioning from a young boy to a man who makes his own decisions. Becoming new doesn't have to be dramatic. It's not a 30-day transformation. It's not a comeback or a return. Most reinvention is slow. It's quiet. It's intentional. I would say it looks like this: waking up early, and not because you're enlightened, but because you're tired of feeling behind. Investing in your hygiene, grooming, skin, or clothes. Not because you're vain or you have superficial preferences, but because you want to feel good in your body. Upgrading your teeth. The teeth are the window to the soul. Your health or your style, not to be impressive, but to be aligned. Making doctor's appointments on time, doing your nails or taking care of your hands, building better routines, starting projects with your inner circle, choosing people who inspire you over people who exhaust you. Avoiding temptation that pulls you backwards is another example. And putting your focus into purpose, not distractions. And most importantly, letting go of the survival version of yourself. That's the hardest part, because the survival version kept you alive, but he cannot lead your future. The new version is intentional, is well crafted. He thinks before acting. He chooses peace. He wants clarity, not chaos. He's a lot more regulated. He loves differently. He shows up differently. Becoming new isn't about impressing anyone. It's about becoming someone you respect, someone you admire, someone you look up to. There's a moment, you'll know when it happens, where you say, I want better for myself. Not louder, not flashier, not richer, just better. That moment is the beginning of reinvention. But here's the truth nobody said to me. When men outgrow themselves, they often outgrow their surroundings too. The friend who never evolved, the situations that don't suit you anymore, the habits that numb you, the conversations that drain you, the version of you that chose comfort over growth. Transition requires honesty, and honesty requires courage. Becoming new means grieving the old while building the new at the same time. That's why it feels heavy, in my opinion. Not because you're lost, but because you're releasing old identities and stepping into new ones. This week, I want you to choose one small upgrade, just one. Clean your space, maybe throw out something, drink more water. Buy one thing that feels aligned, not impulsive. Book an appointment you've been avoiding. Start a habit that takes 2 minutes a day. Set your timer on your phones. Take your own life seriously enough to improve one thing, because becoming new doesn't start with one big decision. It starts with a quiet one. Thank you for listening to episode 2. This season is about soft evolution, inner clarity, and the courage to become your next self. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who's growing quietly. I'm Quanie, and I'll see you next Monday.